Hi, and welcome to the class of 2022. I'm your host, Neil McHale. Our guest today is Joe Latshaw. Joe, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, no problem at all.
Can you believe that commencement's just a matter of weeks away?
It's a bit of a surprise. It kind of sneaks up on you. With last year and everything, it just went really quick. And this year, with doing all the classes and all the stuff outside, like extracurriculars, it really goes fast.
And you mentioned that you were an outstanding student, but you're also very active on this campus between sports and between clubs. Can you speak about what you were involved in?
Sure. So I'm a history major, and so of course I'm involved in the history club. I'm the president of the history club, put together a lot of different programs. I'm also involved in the Student Government Association, so I tried to help out as much as I could there. And I also am on the golf team here at OCC. Never played before, watched it on TV, gave it a try, and I really like it.
That's how you've been doing with it. I've been shooting.
Not great, but it's a work in progress.
You mentioned all the activity in there. Was there any one person or one thing that maybe, influenced you to get involved?
Sure. So in high school, I was always involved on like sports teams like track, cross country, but because of that, I was never able to do a lot of clubs. So coming into OCC in person again, I was really excited to explore other things because I wasn't sure if I was actually going to do a sport. So I got into a lot of the club activities, really took that head on, and when the opportunity presented itself in the spring, I was able to do golf as well. So I like to do everything to the max.
You had mentioned it before about, last year went by so fast because everything was online and all the operations were remote. I mean, what's it like now to be back on campus and kind of, get that year of your college experience here at OCC?
It's worlds better. It's so much better. With all virtual, I don't hate school, but that really kind of made it not so fun. But coming back in person just made it a lot more whole. You had the interactions in class with the professors. You weren't just staring at a screen. You actually saw your classmates for the first time instead of just a screen. And then, of course, like clubs and sports really helps to kind of round everything out.
And what would you say to that student? Maybe that's a student that's coming into their next year, their second year next year, or it's a prospective student that's seeing this that might be on the fence about getting involved and maybe just picking up a sport for the first time like you, or even getting involved in clubs or activities. What would you say to them? Yeah,
sure. For anyone that comes in, you just have to know what you like. Maybe you don't necessarily, just try it out. Try any club out. It's well worth it because you meet a lot of people. And so outside of just your classes, and it really rounds out the college experience here at OCC.
Well, it's certainly a great message, and we certainly encourage all of our students to get involved in clubs and activities here at Ocean County College. You can always visit the Student Life Office for more information on that. But Joe, what's next for you? Where are you going? What do you plan on studying?
Well, I'm actually staying on campus. I'm going to Kane Ocean. I'm going to be majoring in history with a minor in public administration. So I'd hope in the future to be able to work in government with public history, so either grant writing or preservation. So there's a lot of ways it could go.
So you'll be close by and we'll track the progress of Joe Latshaw in the future. Joe, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks to everyone for tuning in to this episode of the Class of 2022. And we'll see all of our graduates at the commencement ceremony on Thursday, May 26th at 6 p.m.